professores Naninho, Peu, Rael, Borracha, Mona Lisa, Madrugada, and Cezinha, and many other capoeiristas. Capoeiristas arrived at the Praça da Sé in Olinda and the Praça do São Pedro in Recife to get to know the capoeira in the intensity of Contra Mestre Relampâgo. Capoeira was the art and the instrument through which Ricardo influenced the lives of many disadvantaged children in Igarassu, founding the group Canoa Grande in 2001. Contra Mestre Relampâgo traveled to many places in the world with his capoeira, but always returned home to his roots. I am the mother of Ricardo. My name is Dona Maria de Lourdes. Ricardo is a son very special to me. He started capoeira when he was 8 years old, with Peu, his first teacher. Peu took good care of him so that nobody did anything bad to him in the capoeira. Ricardo stuck with it, grew up, became a professor, and reached Contra Mestre status. On the 15th of March 2009, at 1:30 in the morning, he was coming home with a Japanese woman from Itamaracá, coming from the Ciranda Gilia. Then a black car at the street exit by the house. There were 20 meters missing to the house. A black car took him, with a siren on the roof of the car, like a police car. The neighbors called me for me to come, that the police had taken him. So I went to the police in Igarassu. I went, and the police station was closed when I got there. I was informed to go to Paulista, to Plantão, and I went there. I got there, I didn't find him. So then on Monday, I returned in the morning to the police station in Igarassu. I called the news, the TV filmed it all. And the police in Igarassu still doesn't know anything.
O caos e a polícia de Igarassu até agora não deu notícia de nada. Ricardo era homem muito querido da comunidade.
Ricardo was a man much beloved in the community. Everyone feels the loss of his disappearance, and the police has done nothing to this day. We need a person that can give us information, something, because he was a very good person. He worked with Petty, with kids, lots of kids. His capoeira even took him abroad. Many people liked him. The whole community needs him. He took kids off the street. His house was open day and night for the kids. He made food for them, did many things for the kids. Everything he did was for the kids. Gave them capoeira uniforms and shirts. Everything he did was for the kids. And this man disappeared like that, and we don't know where he is. Nobody knows what happened, who took him. We want to find him, whether he's dead or alive, but we want to find him, because I think it's absurd that a person disappears in the world like this without having done anything to anyone. He never did anything bad to anyone, never did anything against anyone. If he couldn't help, he wouldn't cause any harm either. A child that grew up in this neighborhood. For 28 years he lived here. When he disappeared, he was 31 years old. He was 31 years old when he disappeared, and we all remain worried. When we go out, people are asking us if we know anything, but we don't have any answers for anyone. We don't know any answers because we don't know how he disappeared. How can a man like that disappear? Nobody knows. But I have hope that justice, which here on earth does nothing, but justice in heaven will do something so that we will know one day who did this. We don't want to do anything against anyone. We just want to know where he is, because it is very difficult to live without him, a son that everyone loved. After he grew up, he got to know many people from other countries, important people, rich people, and now this happened to him. We don't know how this could have happened. A person like this I have never seen before. He had patience for the kids. After his disappearance, in my memory, he is always a good person. Never met anyone like him before. It's been over a year since he has disappeared, but I still put my hope in God that one day I will know something.
Faz ano que ele sumiu, mas eu ainda espero em Deus que dia eu saiba de alguma coisa.
Me chamo Ivanildo, sou filho de
My name is Ronil. I'm Ricardo's uncle. I can only speak good things about him because he did many good things in this life. Never did anyone come up with something that he did wrong in this life. It has been over a year since his disappearance. I suffer because of this. I have the hope that he will appear one day. He will appear. Dead or alive, but he will appear. Because God is the Father to do this. A man who only did good things, worked with kids, living with the doors to his house always open for everyone. This happened. That happened to him. In this life, there may be no justice, but God will do justice with him who did this. God will do justice. It will not be us. We don't have this kind of person in the family that seeks revenge on anyone.
Na família da gente não tem desse tipo de pessoa para se vingar de ninguém. Eu só peço que ele.
I just ask that everyone sees him the way that we see him, because it is very sad to live without him. He was a very special person to us.
Ele é uma pessoa especial demais pra gente.
Here, his house, the academy. This is the room, the work. Before, this is where all the kids played, full of children. This is, until today, his house for all the children.
Então, é isso que nós temos para dizer, que ele, até hoje, até as crianças estão sendo parte dele. Eu moro aqui há muitos anos.
I have lived here for a very long time. I have known Ricardo for many years, since he was a child. He was a good boy, a worker. He very much liked to teach the children. This was his profession. Really, he was a good man. Everyone in the street liked him, adored him. He organized little events for the children, for all the children here. So this is what I can say. I have lived here for a very long time, known him for a very long time. I know his mother, his father.
Menino, e foi criado na rua junto com os outros aqui. Então é isso que eu posso dizer, porque eu conheço ele há muito tempo e eu moro aqui e conheci ele desde criança, conheço a mãe dele, conheço o pai dele, conheço tudo.
Today it is already up and running, so now the community is invited to participate as well. The house is open. We just can't leave this work a mess though. We will organize the classes and the schedule, what kind of classes we will have and how they will be paid. When we do a project, succeed in a new project, great. We will have classes in English, we will do theater and art. We're intending to do art, capoeira, frevo, jujutsu, karate. We want to do professional work, not just for capoeira. The space is open for those who know how to respect it and for those who truly care about it. The space is primarily, pay attention. The space is open. You can just come in and sit and watch, without sandals. Today it is open because it is a celebration, but we won't like you to enter with shoes on. That could bring in dirt, negative things, negative energy from the street, bring it into the house. The house is now open for those with good thoughts. My name is Dona Lucia. I have been a neighbor of Ricardo for many years. I knew him when he was 5 years old, a small boy when I moved here. He grew up from a boy to a man. He has family. I have known him for many years. I have nothing bad to say about him. He was a good person. He called me Halada because once he had a bike accident and fell and was totally banged up. When he got there, he showed me his scratches and I said, "Hey, you're all helado." So helado stuck. He called me Helada and I called him Helado. When he went out and came back late at night, he would call out, "Helada, Helada, I'm back." Sometimes when you arrived, he would call out, "Come and see, Helada, look who arrived, my love." That kind of joking of his. I only have good things to say about him. A good teacher, a good person. I liked him a lot. We all liked him. We always think of him and remember him.
Seja onde ele estiver, né? Onde ele estiver, a gente sempre gosta dele, sempre pensa nele e lembra dele.
A última vez que eu vi Ricardo, eu acho que foi.
The last time I saw Ricardo, I think, was here at Terra Negra. The last time I saw him. He was playing capoeira without a shirt, with his abadá, sweating. It's the last time I saw him. Then a week passed without seeing him, and then his mother called and said, "Peo, come, Ricardo disappeared. Come here, Peo." I went there. We went to Goiânia, to the interior, to the Mata, Abre Lima, Igarassu, Itamaracá, me, his sister, his mother, his friends, his students. We ran after him. Mestre Juaré, remember? A lot of students searched for him, but nothing.
Muitos alunos dele só correr atrás dele, mas correu muito. Nada. Sério, eu acho, na minha visão.
Sharon, I think that, in my vision, there has to be a continuing of the work. We can't let Canoa Grande die, not at all. We have to unite our forces to continue this work of Canoa Grande. That's what Ricardo's wish would be. The work in the community with dance, percussion, capoeira, to take the kids off the streets in this community, take them away from the drugs, the violence inside of this community. To live inside this social work, that was the work of Ricardo, that was his mission. We can't let it die. We can't let this work die. We must continue. That was his mission. The motives behind this violent act of Ricardo's disappearance are unknown to all of us. But I think it is of importance to say that Ricardo Vieira do Nascimento was an outspoken leader in his community, that he was black, and a teacher of an art form that is largely undervalued in the northeast of Brazil. He chose to walk his path independent of governmental institutions and the systems that he felt were oppressive, and he was successful, respected, and beloved. He refused to subordinate himself and continued to provide a playful and loving environment for the children in Igarassu for more than 15 years. Our motto, Liberdade de Expressão, reflects Ricardo's mission to provide a safe space for youth to be expressive in capoeira and the arts. Though he did not have the privilege of a higher education, he was very aware of the social injustices and prejudices that exist in Brazil and had the courage to speak out about them and the heart to provide the children with an alternative to their circumstances through the capoeira that he taught them.
Eu aprendi capoeira lá na rampa do Igarassu.